the New Atlanta Regional. Click on plus pair to create a new pair event, and as before all the defaults are set up. I'm going to select a stratification. I'm going to do 3 strats. So I've got open 2500 and 750. Everything else looks reasonable, so I'm going to go ahead and create the event. By default it gives me section A. I'm going to add another section, so we'll make this a 2-section event. So let's start with section A, and first thing, well, it's not really section A, so I want to call this, it's really going to be G, and it's actually going to be orange. This is the color of the pickup slips. It'll be the color of the stanchions for large events. Actually, E, I believe, is typically orange, so we'll go with E. So we're just going to update the setup there. So my first section is section E. What we're going to do now is assign some names for section E, and similar before, I have a training mode on, so rather than type in some names, which I certainly could do, and if I'm just going to show that I can pick an ACBL number, so I'm just going to go with 3169928 for the next one, 3169928, and John Smith is playing with John Smith. I'm just going to ask the software to fill out the other teams, other players. And just quick reload to show that everything came up. So I now have all the players. What I'm going to do now is to start to show scoring. Scoring is very important. The majority of clubs don't have bridge mates, so the ability to be able to enter scores easily. The common way right now in ACBL score is that you type the first 2 digits without the trailing 0. So if I enter 10, that is actually a score of 100. So by entering 10, the score is going to be 100. If I want to enter it in the other column, I do 10 followed by a minus key. And you want the minus key, everything's got to be as fast as possible. So the minus key should automatically accept the entry. If I tried to type in 5, it knows that 5 is not a valid score because I can't have minus 50 because east-west are vulnerable. It has to be. So same thing, I can type in 620 here, but I wouldn't be able to type in 420 because 420 is not a valid number, valid bridge score. 420 minus is. So entering the scores here, very important. We can look at the scores on a per round basis, and as you can see, all the scores for this round have yet to be done. We can look at it on a per board basis. So right now I'm going to board 1, and you can see that we had already started to enter board 1. So I'm just going to very quickly going to enter some scores. So we have all the scores done, and you notice that the board changed, the color of the board up here changed. That means that we have all the scores in for board 1. Same thing I'm going to do now, north-south. Obviously this is not how we would do a tournament. I'm very quickly just going to do and when I enter their final score, now we have all the scores for north-south. So we have a very easy way here of being able to track all the scores that are in.